Now, lately, a lot of people have been selling their catalogs, Gipp. What are your thoughts about that when people are going ahead and saying, you know what, I'm going to just go ahead and give up this catalog and run off with these hundreds of millions and live my life?
I mean, I'm with James, and James was like, man, I ain't really doing that.
Yeah.
And I said, man, we ain't really doing it either. Like for me personally, I mean, one thing, shout out to Isaac Hayes, man. He really being an educator on that Instagram, letting people know that this subscription thing going up, the more people that subscribe, it's going to double the money if you hold on to it for the right time. And maybe right now, not the right time. You know, some people sold out for the 30s and 40 millions. That's cool, you know what I mean? But, you know, like Justin Bieber sold his for 500 million. So for me personally, I'm like, hey man, maybe you need to get some bigger songs before you do that. Cause it seems like, you know, the 20s, 30s, and 40s seem like small change compared to everybody else now.
I gotta ask this though, did he get the 500 because he was Justin Bieber?
Hey man, well, coached him, but
fit the complexion for the affection.
I mean, but that might be. I mean, that's just like everything else. You know what I mean? You know that's what that's gonna be. But you know, when coach them get 300 million, I'm like, hey man, that close enough for me, you know. we in the country, you know. That 300 gonna
for the whole state.
Yeah. It's gonna stretch like that 500 for real.
Come on now.
So I mean, I don't know. You know, when you able to watch even just coach them do what they did, Migos, Lil Baby, the City Girls, and then be able to do, you know, a lot of people gonna have qualms about, you know, we always building stuff up to sell it. Everybody sell it, baby. It's
business.
It's like, don't nobody own they sell. Somebody might own the NFL and the NBA, you don't know it. But it say NBA, NFL. So I'm like, business is business. And at the end of the day, the number one rule of business is build it up to sell it.
Come on now.
You know, keep a little bit on the end. You know, but at the end of the day, you build something up to sell it, so it gives you funds to go and do something else. So that's just the object and the really bottom line of business, you know. And then some people take it like, I'm building it up so I can walk away forever. Yeah. And I can go live on 20 acres, chill out, go to the grocery store every day and drive a pickup truck and put on overall. I ain't gonna never go broke. And I'm cool, and I'm happy with life, and I don't need to be in the entertainment world to feel like I'm living. You know, that's the difference with some people. Some people feel like they got to be in these folk faces. They got to be in these places. They got to be at these parties. And I'm one of them artists that, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No, you don't. Because once you go past 55, now, really, once you past 45, man, I'm not playing no high school games, no way. So a lot of this shit be high school shit to me. So, you know, if you really feel like you got to be in the presence of another man to make you feel better about yourself, then you need to do a lot of self-evaluation.
You know what, you just hit one of my questions I was going to ask you, though, Gipp. Once you pass that 45, a lot of these artists don't get a chance to pass 45. What were the revelations that you had as you turned 45 that changed the trajectory of your life going forward after that point, and the revelations on looking back on them last 45 years that you saw a little bit more clear but that 2020?
Just that the world don't stop. Me meeting James is another proven fact of that. Like, a person can come in your life and change your whole view of things. You know, some people might be like, man, it's time to go and put the pen down, go and chill on out. Well, check this out, man. It ain't. If you can make a song right that makes somebody sing and dance and feel good, then that means you have been sent here to do a specific thing. So once you understand that, do that. You know, it don't got nothing to do with the opinions of others. I done did more than most people can say they done did in their career. I done had 2 or 3 careers in my time. So with that being said, I just think I embarked upon another career at being an R&B singer. So for me, I'm like, hey man, this shit fun, it feel good. We about to go out here and do it. And as I think about all the heroes that came before me, hey man, the OJs were not children. The Temptations were not children. You know what I mean? Everything that we looked at in our community as being great were never children. Those were grown men. And I feel like that's where our industry has been lacking for a long time because, you know, a lot of these people want to use our kids because they know that the dumb, they're not educated. So, and the industry right now is putting out this message like, oh, the artists need to get out of the way. But that's only because y'all can just rape and just fuck over these young folk. But the more of us that's in this shit, the more we can help these young folks retain what's valuable about them and learn how to live just on what they get out of it. It's like, if you save your money and invest your money right, you should be all right.
Yes, sir.
But if you live by their rules, man, they gonna make you spend it all, and you're gonna wind up with a hollow shell with no heart.
Come on now. James, I ain't get a chance to ask you too about selling or keeping.
Man, you know, I ain't never been a big advocate of selling, you know, your personal property, you know, because I look at your catalog as your personal property. You know what I mean? Like, I would never really do that because I always, you know, I've always looked at the industry as it's forever changing, right? And it's gonna come a time to where like it's gonna be more valuable than ever, right? So I wouldn't even think about selling nothing right now. It's really all about making your catalog as big as it could possibly be, because the more quantity and the more equity you put into your catalog, why would I sell it right now? I think people just get scared that they don't have what's in front of them right now to where like they feel like that's their only option.
Yeah.
And with me, like, I'm like, look, I'm gonna make options. I'm gonna make opportunities.
Come on.
And that ain't the option right now.
Right.